And we'll get 4-on-4 for about 7 seconds here to start the period as another penalty runs out. And the Marauders got the man advantage here for about a minute 40 or so in the second period as they win the opening faceoff and looking to establish that physical tone early on. The Marauders were kind of outpaced, out-physicaled in the first period. They got to really come out and set the tone here in the second. Hope Coach Schroeder had some choice words for his boys in the locker room. And made to give him the announcer's jinx there. First shot of the period gets past Rusnock. Not how you want to start the period if you're Millersville. Again, they came out so great. They laid that big hit. They got the fish in the mid-ice. Just lost it quick. And we're down 3-0. 28 seconds into this new period. Not where you want to be if you're Millersville. Especially, both these teams had this game circled on their calendar. This is the conference championship last season. I know Westchester did. And it seems like Westchester's come out ready to play here tonight. And the Marauders have not been able to find the answer so far. Giving up the shorty like that, too, that's not what you want to have happen early on. Glad to see we're not having the same technical issues that plagued us in the first period, so we should be good all through the second here. Center ice draw, won by the Marauders. They're trying to get a little bit of momentum back in this game. It is imperative that they score quick. Morgan working on the ice. Morgan's pass picked off by a ram, but Morgan's right back on. Actually, Stromberg, actually. Stromberg's back in on it. After he took that big bump in the first, he seems to be okay. And as the puck falls to Stromberg again. Stromberg finds his man in the back, and it's picked up by number 17. That is for Martin. Martin working down, finds Morgan. Morgan shot directly into the middle. Tries to go 5-hole on Torres again. That hasn't been working. They got to mix up the shots a little bit. And a 2-on-0 breakaway here for Westchester. Rusnock's going to stand tall. Great save by Rusnock there. Flashing the leather and keeping the score where it is. That is a nightmare scenario. You give up the first goal of the period in 28 seconds, and right before you know it, you got a 2-0 rush coming right at you. Great job by Rusnock keeping this lead exactly where it is as the Marauders have the man advantage for another 35 seconds, but giving that breakaway while you're on the power play, not what you want to see out of the Marauders. They really got to get their skates under them and get back in this game quick, as this can get out of hand fast, especially with how high-paced this Westchester offense is. 3-on-2 if they can be quick for the Marauders here. That's Waters moving out. Waters tries to find Zerko in the middle. It's broken up. Goes off the pad of Torres. Bell chases it back. Bell and Dunnigan in the back ice for the Marauders. Finds his man in the middle, hops over the stick of Zerko. Finds Dunnigan again. 12 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Marauders. They might get one more play off. Hops over the stick of Zerko. Zerko's got to chase it down. Lays a big hit in front of the Marauder bench. And Millersville's got possession back with Ben Bell. Working down the middle, Ben Bell with no help. And it's picked up by Zerko again. Zerko loses it. But Waters is there to get it. Waters and Zerko, partners in crime in the offensive zone. But it's picked up again by Westchester as we're back to even strength. Shots read 17-10 Westchester and 3-0 on the big board. 17:50 left to go here in the second. Morgan almost gets a block there. Shot across a couple Marauders there. No space open for the Westchester shooter. And it's picked up by Ben Bell. Ben Bell working it down. Keeps off these skate of another Westchester Golden Ram there. But Ben Bell has it again. Squirts past a couple Marauders. And Westchester has an opportunity here if they can get it down. It's Dunnigan going to his belly to make the stop there. And a great pad save from Rusnock. Keeping it 3-0. But another opportunity here coming up for Westchester. Westchester's been pinning the Marauders in their own D zone to start. Even with a great goaltender like Rusnock, he's going to get beat a couple times, and he has been tonight. So they got to keep the pressure off Rusnock. As the Golden Rams are nearing 20 shots before the halfway point of this game. Westchester has it again. Miller's a little bit flat-footed on defense, but they're right back there. Ben Bell keeping on his man and evades the stick of the Golden Ram there. Called off, icing there. Has a bit of a ticky-tack pass behind the back of the net of Torres. Marauders trying to get that pendulum to swing back in their favor. It hasn't yet tonight. Behind the back of Torres, feeds it out to the middle. Westchester has it again, taking on a 3-on-3. Physical defensive there, stopped by there, picked up by Jonah Bird, and we got a whistle. You can't have that much bumping and bouncing there and not have a call there. 16:28 remaining in the second period. as it looks like Waters will be heading to the bench. Again, not what you want out of the Marauders. We've been saying that quite a bit today as Waters commits that penalty there, and the Marauders will be down a man, down 3 for 2 minutes here with 16:28 remaining here in the second. Got to stand tall. Got to keep this lead exactly where it is. Face off won by the Marauders and dumped down. It's picked up again by Westchester. They have no man in the middle working out. They have a setting pass here. It's Westchester working it back. The stick of Wes Bieber just went flying in the air there. And we have another call on the ice from the officials. That'll be number 18, Jack Bockel, going to the bench for the Golden Rams. Marauders catch a great break there as they looked at it. It's been a disastrous start to the period, and being down a man early on, it could have easily been 4 there. But we are back to even strength, 4-on-4 hockey for another minute 45, and the Marauders have a man advantage for 15 seconds. After that, the penalty on Waters is assessed. Ozone draw 1 there by the Golden Rams and picked up by the Marauders. That's number 17 for Martin. Martin by himself trying to find his man in the middle. There's no man in the middle. It goes right to the breadbasket of Nathan Torres. Stoppage and play. 16:06 left to go. Shots read 17-11. And there is 1 minute and 38 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. As number 44, Wes Bieber will head to the bench. O'Connell wins the draw, but has no help behind him as the Rams pick it up again. Petticone backtracking with his man, Martin. Bumps off the skate of Petticone. Marauders can have it 3-on-2, but they can't quite get fast enough on there. Dumps it behind the net. Minute 25 left to go on 4-on-4. Westchester has it again behind the back of Torres. O'Connell tripped by the invisible man there, loses his stick, and the Marauders give it up quickly back to the Golden Rams. Westchester working in, shot off the pad of Rusnock, quickly give it away again, but the shot just goes wide. Nearly a 4th goal there for Westchester. Could have been backbreaking for Millersville. But don't look now, Westchester has it again with 57 seconds left to go in 4-on-4 play. Bounces over the stick of a Golden Ram, being hounded by his man. That's Thor Martin there, being wrapped up in front of the Westchester bench. No call. Bit of bumping and bouncing there. Nothing there. Shot! It's clinical. Right in front of the net of Rusnock. I believe that's number 21, John Lee. John Lee just had the open shot directly in front of Rusnock. No one around him. Took his time. It looked like a penalty shot. Just got it over the shoulder of the Millersville netminders, letting his 4th today. I don't know what needs to be said. I don't know what Coach Schroeder needs to do to get his boys back in it. And as he will wisely call a timeout here to just get something back. You've doubled the Westchester lead so far this period, and it's only taken them about 4.5 minutes to do it. They cannot let this continue how it's been so far. It might be another Westchester blowout, as they've been accustomed to so far this season. Westchester has outscored their conference opponents. If I can get the numbers up here quick. I believe they've outscored their opponents, 42-7 now. It's been a high-tempo offense that seems to be getting the best of Millersville here tonight. Around the conference, TCNJ's dismal start continues as they were outscored 24-0 last weekend by a combination of Westchester and Newman. And aside from our game tonight, an undefeated Scranton will host Seton Hall, Newman will visit Kutztown, and a battle in the city of brotherly love as Drexel will square off with UPenn tonight. That game will tip off at about 10 minutes now. Timeout there taken by the Marauders, just trying to get their head back in this game. 4-0. It seems insurmountable, but really, you need a couple lucky bounces to go your way. There's about more than half of this game left to go. It took Westchester about half this game to score 4. Marauders can definitely do it. They have the offense to get back in this game. They just need to start making those steps to get back in this one and try to break down that Westchester defense that has looked very stout so far. Marauders could play a little more spirited hockey here. But we have a lot of time to get back in this one, so don't go anywhere just yet. This one is far from over. Westchester still has it working behind the net of Rusnock. Westchester maintains the puck. 23 seconds left on 4-on-4 ice. Comes off the set. Actually, apologies. Rusnock was taken out of the game. That is Jackson Bell filling in for Rusnock. Bell, as you know, was the goalie last weekend in the 2 games against Maryland, and he looks pretty good. So maybe the Marauders can hold the lead where it is with their senior goaltender. Westchester has it again, but Dunnigan's quickly on defense. Ben Bell working out to protect his man there and lays the hit on the Westchester man there. Tries to go 5-hole on Bell, but hits his pad. And the Marauders will have a man advantage about 4 seconds coming up now. Don't know if they'll be able to make good of it. O'Connell dishes it down the ice, but is broken up in the middle by a Golden Ram. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Shots read 19-12 with 14:08 left to go. Westchester maintains the 4-0 advantage. Knuckle puck comes off the chest of Nathan Torres right there. No problem for the Westchester goaltender. Westchester maintains the puck behind the back. Off the end boards, picked up by Rusnock. Rusnock finds Ryder. Ryder quickly dispossessed, trying to find his man, but is quickly taken away. But Rysack is back on it. Rysack trying to will the Marauders back in, right to the pad of Torres. It seems a lot of the shots, you can't be that picky with your shots, but a lot of the shots the Marauders are taking are going right 5-hole or right directly at the chest of Torres. With a good goalie like that, if he sees it, he's going to stop it. You got to get him to move laterally. You got to take his eye off the puck for just a second. You need just that second to get past him, but the Marauders haven't been able to create those opening chances so far. As Carey will take the draw to the right side of Torres, trying to get him to move off his line a little bit and maybe get that first goal back. 13:42 remaining here in the second. Draw one there by Westchester. Golden Rams kick it out. If they were fast, that would have been Luke DiDomecchio. Would have had the puck right there, but DiDomecchio works it back out. Marauders have it again. A bit of a scrum for the puck, picked up by Wes Bieber. Bieber's pass just evades the stick of Ryder, as Torres will glove it. To lighten up the mood a little bit, let's go to the name of the game. No player's names really jumped off the page at me, but don't worry. In cases like this, I'll find you a funny name from somewhere else in sports. Tonight, I chose the jersey I'm wearing tonight, Ron Tugnut. Ron had a 16-year career in the NHL and played goalie for Quebec, Ottawa, Columbus, Edmonton, Dallas, Montreal, Anaheim, Pittsburgh. And he also finished 5th in Vezina voting in 1999. Great name for Mr. Tugnut. Westchester has the puck again and gains the Millersville blue line. For Martin backtracking. Martin takes a great stick play, but gives it up again in front of Bell. Shot goes just above the Millersville netminder's shoulder. Pass opportunity broken up by Dunnigan there. Slaybaugh, sorry. Marauders, Petticone being hounded by his man, hit into the boards there. No call on the ice there. Clean hit as Petticone loses it, and Westchester has it again. 12:45 remaining here in the second. Rams working it out of their center ice. On the left side, picked up, just hops over the stick of John Lee. Slaybaugh bumped off of it, picked up by Kopshow. Kopshow takes it himself right off the face, it looks like, of Torres. They don't go 5-hole on him, they go the complete opposite, trying to go over his head there. Still uses his head, makes the stop. 15th shot of the evening for the Marauders. Still have yet to hit pay dirt here as we're nearing the halfway point of this one. Upcoming schedule for the Marauders. Tomorrow night, they'll host the Lions of TCNJ, looking for their first win. Next weekend, they'll go to TCNJ for a 9:20 puck drop, host Scranton, and then Halloween night, they'll head to Stockton to take on the Ospreys. D-zone draw there, won by the Rams. Rams pick it up behind their own net. Cross-ice feed, can't find his man. Was looking for number 18. That's Jack Bockel there. Just goes to stick on Bockel and a icing call on the Rams. Stops it with 12:16 left to go here in the second. As much as it can be hard to do, you're down 4. You've been getting outplayed so far this game. To put it simply, the Marauders just need to get their head back in this game. You got to block out the noise. It's 0-0. Start again. Get your feet under you. Get that momentum back. Because 4 goals can be pretty easy to run into if you get the luck. Ben Bell has it. Bell's shot a little too much mustard on it for Dunnigan as the Marauders lose it and the Rams work it back up again. But nobody home and quickly sticked away by Bell. Bell puts a little less on it, but is quickly intercepted by a Golden Ram right there. That's number 10, Matt Cratchwell. Cratchwell's feed to the middle. Rams have it again. That's number 28. That is DJ Lindenmuth. Lindenmuth can't get it to go on Jackson Bell. The Marauders goaltender last week looked strong in both games against Maryland, but couldn't find the win in either one. trying to replicate that performance as he gets called on to come off the bench here tonight. Tough situation for Bell. You don't expect to play tonight, but you always got to be ready, and he comes in ready to help his team out and keep this lead where it is to get the Marauders back in it. D-zone draw won by Millersville and picked up in center ice by Stromberg. That's Aiden Stromberg working it down. Stromberg gains the blue line by himself. No passes right in front of the net. Almost had Morgan, but couldn't get his stick down in front of Torres. Stromberg's shot in front of goal. Broken up by a diving ram. Another shot from the blue line by Dunnigan. Again, broken up by that solid Westchester defense. Yet to allow a goal so far tonight. Westchester again has it, as that's number 12. That's Ryan McGlade. McGlade has it by himself, takes a shot to the 5-hole of Bell, but turned away. As his brother, Ben Bell, will pick it up. No icing on the plays. The Marauders got some fresh legs on the ice. 11:04 remaining here in the second, as the Rams have recorded their 20th shot of the evening. Westchester has it again in their own D zone, working it out. Gains the red line. Stick play by Bird. Stops the offensive pressure right there. Picked up by Zerko. Zerko moved it down, quickly lost it, and pushed into the boards as Westchester quickly takes possession back from the Millersville. Zerko again has a dangerous shot in front of net, but is quickly taken away there. A great stick defense from Westchester in the middle there. Marauders haven't been able to hold the puck for more than a couple seconds, kind of getting their own game played against them tonight. Not used to seeing that happen. Bird's shot, no problem for Torres, as Bird slaps it down again, finds Zerko. Ryder was not expecting the puck and is quickly taken away by Westchester there. A bit of a offensive lapse rather, from the Marauders there, as Bird chases it down behind the net of Bell. Rysack has the senior leader of this team trying to get his boys back in it. Shot evades everyone's stick there, and Westchester will take it again in their own D zone. 9:54 remaining here in the middle period. Westchester working it down. Chips it over the stick of Corelli, and it falls to Corelli again as Corelli swats at it, but comes up with nothing but empty air there. Ooh, bad hit there as Wes Bieber goes into his friendly bench there. No call on the ice. This looks like a bit of a run-in as Rysack has it behind his net. Nobody home for the Marauders, picked up by number 2. That's Noah Polshuk. Evades the stick of Polshuk again as the Marauders have it. Corelli sandwich, actually, that is number 45. Sandwich there by a pair of Rams as they have it again. Jonah Bird has it himself. Bird takes the shot, works down to the center, and Corelli has it. Get the Marauders back on the board here. 4-1 as Justin Corelli takes advantage of the open net, and the Marauders strike here in the second period. Still a lot of work to do, but good to get that momentum back on their side, hopefully. 18th shot of the game for the Marauders, finally beats Torres as the score reads 4-1 with 9:09 remaining here in the second. The Marauders are not quite out of it yet, folks. We still have more than a period and a half left to go, so a lot of time left to make up 3 goals. Neutral zone face-off won by the Rams. They look to take that lead back from the Marauders. Rams working it down here. Dangerous shot finds the front of Bell as we got his whistle in the back ice there. So important for the Marauders to finally get that 0 off the board. Because the longer you see it up there, another minute ticks off the clock. Westchester still has to look up. You still see that goose egg on the board. That can be very damaging to the mental aptitude of these players. Just getting that 1 on the board has to feel so good for the boys in the ice right now, and they're looking to build on it here. As will take a draw from Bell's glove side. Millersville wins it, but it's quickly taken away by Westchester. Hops over the stick of number 10. That's Matt Cratchwell. As Petticone has it behind the net of Bell. Petticone tries to find Thor Martin there, and Martin has it. Looks to find Kopshow, but just hops over the stick of his friend in black. Kopshow has it again. That's Slaybaugh. Slaybaugh working down, but just can't find the open passing lane. But don't worry, his friend Thor Martin's there to pick it up like he always is. Petticone stops the Rams' offensive drive there as he dumps it around the end boards with 8.5 minutes here remaining in the second. Westchester has it again. They gain the blue line. That's number 22. That's Liam Pareca. Pareca shot no problem for Jackson Bell. Aiden Stromberg kicks it to himself. Has a Slaybaugh in the middle, but can't get the passing lane open as Slaybaugh behind the net of Torres, trying to find his man. He has Corelli in the middle. And the Marauders lose it as Westchester has another offensive drive here. Great stick and glove save out of Bell there. Bell makes another pad save and stops the pressure right there. Couldn't have asked for more out of Bell. He's coming off the bench. Didn't expect to start tonight, and he's kept this red-hot Westchester offense off the board so far. Great stuff out of the senior netminder, out of Palmyra. Stick side draw, one there by the Westchester Rams. Shot from the blue line, bounces, could have got past Bell there. Thankfully it didn't. Hops off a friendly jersey in black, but the Rams have another centering ice feed, and it's picked up again. Marauders can't seem to get pinned out of their own defensive zone here. Looking by the net of Bell, almost found his man in the middle, could have been 5 there. Westchester has it again, takes it by himself off the pad of Bell, and again hops over the stick of another Ram. Marauders looking to get out of their D zone. That's Johnny Morgan, hops over Morgan's stick, but it goes around the end boards and is picked up by Kai Dunnigan. Dunnigan always there in the defense. Pick takes a big hit from a Ram, but don't worry, he's a big boy. He's right back on it. Dunnigan takes another hit from a Westchester Golden Ram there, really absorbing a lot of pressure so far this period. Bell's water bottle almost falls off his net, but it stays on. And O'Connell has it, quickly slips off his stick, and Morgan taking on the teeth of this Westchester defense by himself. Morgan shot passed away by a defenseman there, and Torres gloves it. 6:48 here left to go in the second. Shot scan 22-18, and on the big board it is 4-1 Westchester. D-zone draw quickly taking a shot there as Corelli, but it's passed away by Torres. Corelli tries to do a little no-look pass, but no one is home. Back to the middle, it's Bieber. Bieber can't find an open man. And puck finds Westchester again. Westchester dumps it past the Millersville board, but finds a helpful stick in black. No one can get it to go in the middle as Westchester has it again. Shot from the face-off circle just above the shoulder of Jackson Bell. Golden Rams control the puck again in their D zone. 6 minutes left to go here in the second. Jonah Bird chasing his man behind the net there. Sorry, that's Wes Bieber. And the Golden Rams have it again. Working out, a couple Marauders run into each other there, and the Rams could have a 2-on-1 if they're close here, if they're fast. They can't get the play to develop, but they still have possession in front of the goal of Bell, who they haven't been able to crack so far. That's number 4, Ethan Haas. Haas's shot hits his own man in front of Bell. But Westchester maintains possession. Carey takes it away from them behind the net. Carey dumps it down, tries to find Bieber. Hops over the stick of Bieber, and Westchester maintains possession here. Westchester working it down. 2-on-3 for the Golden Rams. They find a man in the middle. Shot from the face-off circle. Hits off a Marauder, and they dump it down the ice. Opportunity here for Waters, but it's just a little too fast for him. Could have been a great breakaway opportunity for the Marauders there. But alas, the score remains 4-1. Jake Petticone has behind his net. Petticone working out, trying to catch the Rams in a change there, but they can't. Loses possession to the Rams again as they look to threaten the Marauders here in the second period again. But it's quickly picked up by Waters. Waters trying to make up for that last play. But Waters dispossessed by a Ram. Cop shows there to protect him. And we got a whistle on the ice as a Ram hits the deck. Look like another penalty will be assessed to John Waters. The Marauders kill what momentum they would have been building there as they go in the man disadvantage again. Big opportunity coming up for Westchester to maybe put this one out of reach. The Marauders need a big stand here on defense. Draw one there by Stromberg. Picked up, fanned on by Martin as the Rams have it again. 2 minutes with a man advantage here coming up for Westchester. Westchester finds his man in the middle, hops over the stick of Jack Bockel. Bockel works it to his man, hops over the stick again. Bit of a bouncing puck here. No Ram can come up with it. Marauders cannot capitalize on the momentary lapse in the offense there. Minute and a half left to go in the man advantage for the Golden Rams. Marauders not wanting to let that fifth goal in. The Bell's been standing tall so far this period. Behind the net, picked up by the Marauders, looking to dump it down, but is knocked out of the air by number 21. That is John Lee, the goal scorer. Keeps the Rams on attack. About a minute 10 left to go here in the power play. Pops over the stick of a Ram. Marauders having let in one goal in the penalty kill so far this game. Stromberg blows a tire a bit, and a great stick block by Stromberg kills another couple of valuable seconds on the benches as Morgan will head to the bench. Westchester has a play developing here. Again, a great save by Stromberg there. Really killing the time on the penalty kill for the Marauders. 45 seconds left here to go in the man advantage for Westchester. 3:30 remaining in the second period. Westchester has it again. O'Connell blows a skate there. But Bieber is there. Actually, that is Ryder. Apologies, blocks it up there. 30 seconds left to go on the penalty kill for the Marauders. They've been doing pretty good so far this weekend. That's number 22, Didi Mecchio. Didi Mecchio has it in his face-off circle. Kicks it out to number 6. That's Dachowski. Dachowski moves it to his man. 14 seconds left to go. Shot hits the protector of Jackson Bell. Dunnigan gets caught up on the ref a little bit behind the play as Westchester takes possession with 4 seconds left to go. And without a shot, that's number 6. Dachowski fans on it. And the Marauders successfully kill Waters' penalty. 2:50 remaining here in the second period. Shot scan 24-18 in favor of Westchester. And on the big board, it's still 4-1 Rams. Westchester works it behind their net. Dumps it off the glass. Finds the glove of Dunnigan. And Dunnigan works it behind as the Marauders get some fresh legs on the ice to kill out the remaining 2:30 here. Looking to take a little bit of momentum into the locker room if they can, but they cannot let up another goal here. As the Rams look to take it here, goes off the pads of Bell. Great performance out of the emergency netminder for the Marauders here tonight. Standing so far in the conference, standing atop uncontested with 4 wins and 8 points so far is Westchester. Scranton, Newman, Drexel, Stockton, Millersville, UPenn, Seton Hall, and the College of New Jersey, the Lions, round out the CSCHC so far in week 3. The Marauders will take on the Lions of TCNJ tomorrow as they still search for their first conference win and first win outright of this season. Pad side draw coming up for the Marauders, picked up by Westchester. Westchester picked off in the middle by Slaybaugh. Slaybaugh chasing it down, but Westchester maintains possession. 3 Marauders on 1 Ram. Can they get possession out? Some reinforcements in yellow come in, and they cannot. Westchester has it again. That's number 18. That is Jack Bockel. Bockel moving it down, scrum in front of the net, gloved by Bell. Less than 2 minutes remaining here in the second period. Shots read 26-18 in favor of the Rams. Could be big to get another goal here in the second period. Get that much needed momentum back on the Marauder side as they haven't been able to capitalize on much here tonight. Stick side draw won by the Marauders, picked up by Bird. Bird dumps it down the ice. And it looks like icing will be called there. Minute 51 remaining here in the second period, rather. Face-off last time was so nice, we'll just have to do it again twice. As it looks like it'll be Carey. No. Yeah, it'll be Carey on the draw here. From Bell's stick side. Draw won by the Golden Rams right in front. Dangerous puck in front of Bell, but he's quickly on it. Sure gloved, as always, is Jackson Bell, the senior goaltender for the Marauders here, as he stops play again with a minute 46 left to go in the first. 27th shot of the night for the Rams. Marauders still looking for their 20th shot as they sit at 18. For the third time again, a draw there on Bell's stick side, won by the Marauders this time. Evades the stick of Stromberg. Dangerous puck broken up there by Thor Martin. Could have been dangerous. Could have been that 5th goal for Westchester right there if the Millersville defender had not been so short-sticked. Westchester has it again. A minute and a half remaining here in the second. Finding his man in the middle. Hops into the Golden Ram bench. Minute 19 remaining here in the second period. Marauders looking to rely on their sure-handed goalie and keep that score exactly where it is. If they can, they'd love to add on another goal, but they just do not want to give up that fifth. As 3 is a tough comeback to make in one period, but 4 is just even tougher, and the Marauders cannot go down more if they want to salvage the game here in Westchester. Evades the stick of number 19. That's Johnny Morgan. Couldn't quite find it. Shot goes wide to the left of Bell. Minute remaining here in the period. Last gasp of the offense here in the second period. Centering pass. Could have been very dangerous there, but the Westchester Golden Ram couldn't get the puck to stay. Petticoat dumps it over the head of 2 Rams as Morgan will try to chase it down. Morgan in a foot race, but is beat by the Golden Ram there. Morgan falls to the ice, still going for the stick. Great personal effort out of Johnny Morgan on that play right there. Picked up by Petticoat. Petticoat working it down. 39 seconds remaining here as Westchester maintains possession. Half a minute remaining. Westchester has an uncontested shot. Goes just over the glove of Jackson Bell right there. An absolute backbreaker and some hats. One hat will come on the ice. One guy was feeling generous enough to donate his hat to the ice here as someone gets a hattie there for Westchester as they take a 5-0 lead with 30 seconds remaining in the second period. First time Bell has been beat tonight. Absolutely back-breaking turn of events right there. The minute where you don't want to give up a goal is the first minute of the period and the last minute of the period. The Marauders have done both so far in the second period. Completely swinging that pendulum of momentum firmly in the Golden Ram side. 15 seconds remaining in the second as Bell gets in a foot race with his man, and it'll be icing. 11:19 remain here in the second period as the Marauders will be able to take a draw in the Westchester zone. If they can win it quick, get a shot off, maybe get that score back to 3. We can only hope here. Stick side draw. Torres coming up here. Marauders don't want to. Waters gets the shot he wants, but can't get it to go on net. As we'll get another whistle to kill it with 6 seconds remaining here in the period. That's the play you want there with 6 seconds left to go. You win the draw quickly. You get the shot off. Zirko just couldn't get it past Torres, who's been pretty firm in net for the Westchester Golden Rams here tonight. We'll have another go-round at it, see if they can run that play to perfection again. Maybe get the puck past Torres. 6 seconds remaining in the middle period. Draw won by O'Connell. Picked up by Morgan. The Morgan shot goes right into the breadbasket of Torres. And that'll do it for the second period here. The Marauders get back on the board, but they give up another goal to Westchester. Score reads 5-1 Rams here. But don't be going anywhere. There's still 20 minutes of hockey left to play, and a lot can happen in 20 minutes. Marauders just need 4 to come back here against Westchester. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes for the third period of action. Don't be going anywhere.